So hi everyone, welcome to very first video of SOC Analyst L1 course, right? So this is where I'm going to tell you about the introduction of exactly what are things we need to do as a L1, and I'll give you a very small recap exactly how it look like as a practical experience, right? So we'll understand what is the day as a life of L1 as well. So let me quickly start with what we do as a security analyst L1, right? So SOC Analyst L1 is Security Operations Center L1. Okay, so there are three positions as I told you earlier, L1, L2, L3, right? So L1 is basically the most junior one. Then if they got an experience, they will move to L2. If they have a lot of experience, then they will move to L3 and then they will become SOC manager, right? So this is basically what hierarchy we have into the SOC center. So we are going to discuss on that parameter as well. But before that, let's understand what is basically the main functionality of L1, right? So welcome to cybersecurity. Why it is required, SOC analyst, why this position required? Because there's a lot of cyber threats is coming around and there's a lot of companies, right? So company just came up with the approach like let's have something, a room, a environment where each and everything will be connected there, right? Each and every network, like it, if it's AD, if it's like any network that is being operated entire inside a company, anything, any company infrastructure. So let's create something where everything can be connected and can be monitored, right? So here the concept comes of SOC, Security Operations Center, where there is a software, there is a application, might be cloud based, there might be a something which is offline, something network monitoring system, something like that, right? So which is called SIEM, Security Incident and Event Monitoring. So that is basically a software which is actually show you each and everything whatever flowing inside the network, right? So you'll see if there is any virus is coming inside a network, right? If there is any malicious thing, if there is malicious login, there will be couple of logs, right? And there's a lot of things that you usually see on SIEM software, right? So basically SIEM software is basically SIEM tool, whatever you can call it as. It will just show you each and everything whatever is following inside a company, right? It's all on you how you are analyzing what you are just feel like this is not that should be in the company, right? This is what we do as a SOC L1 analyst. They are absolute freshers. They have very basic knowledge of SIEM and all those things. So what exactly they need to do? They need to work 24/7. This is the first thing. You might be thinking of like how I can work 24. So it's like there will be rotation shift. Okay, two or three people are there because like if something's flowing inside your company, like it's not like stopping in the when you end up your office hour, it's not like your server is going to end up, right? Your server is still processing the data. So that's why SIEM is working all the time. SOC center is always on the operational mode. So the SOC L1 position is on rotational phase, right? If you're working from let's say 10 to 6, then someone is coming from 6 to 2 a.m. and then someone is coming from 2 to 10 a.m. This is exactly how it works because all the time we need to monitor. Some of the automation systems as well, but like usually this is what happens in most of the company. You need to work 24/7 in rotational shift, right? So yes. So let me first move with the next thing. Okay, what are things you need to do? As I told you, first thing is you need to always see exactly what is going around in SIEM. You need to look for the like you need to monitor SIEMs, right? You need to monitor the traffic which is ongoing. You need to investigate the basic things. I'll show you a demo as well, like on SIEM tool, how the things work and all those things. You need to participate in a workshop so that you can enhance your knowledge. You need to learn and grow, right? This is the first perspective. What is company is expecting from you, right? So this is what does they do. Now let's come once again to the uh, like positions, like whom you are going to report, who are the people those who are going to work with you, right? And some basic methodologies as well, right? So let me clear all those things. So usually in a company there might be four peoples only, those whom you need to connect with. Let me create a table. There are four people those are going to work with you. So first is the senior analyst, SA we can call it. Then SOC engineer, then SOC manager, and then there might be incident responder. We can call it IR, right? So SOC analyst like SOC engineer, all those like you might be having team of SOC L1, SOC L2, L3, but in some companies call it as a security analyst. Okay, senior security analyst might be SOC L2, and SOC engineer might be security analyst L3 or SOC analyst, and manager is the topmost that you have in your SOC analyst. So what exactly senior analysts do? They help the juniors, right? Ki how you can handle the complex thing. Okay, if you got some let's say some alerts, then you need to send to the senior analyst so that they can investigate. If you're not able to investigate, right, they will understand exactly what's going on, and they are going to move to the senior hierarchy, right? Like they are going to investigate. If they can't, they will move to SOC engineer or L3, right? So basically, L3 manager tools. What are tools that need to be used, right? They take care for the configuration. What need to be done in into the SOC center? What are the configuration that need to be done in SIEMs, right? And then they will take care of the high priority alerts, right? So that the analyst job can be made easier, right? Then it's come to SOC manager. He is the most higher person that you can have in your SOC center, right? So they actually report whatever result you are getting from SIMs, SOC center. He is going to report this to the senior hierarchy like CEO, okay, directors and all those people, those are working in the company and might be with the client, right? Not a client because it's an internal thing. So director and CEOs will be, as CTOs will be someone whom SOC manager is going to respond. But let's say if there is a very big cyber attack in your company, everything is getting destroyed, and like you want a specific person, those who can handle that incident. Okay, like firewall is not working, some malicious things coming, then IR comes into the figure, right? They are basically in demand at the time of major incident, right? So in the major incident scenario, they usually come, and this is what exactly they do. So in major incident, they just comes and take the control. They investigate the cases. They handle the incident. Let's say there is a ransomware attack, very high severity, and the incident responder comes and they respond the incident. Right. That's what exactly IR means. Right. So that's what they do. Now let's move to the next topic. Your daily job. You know already. Like I already told you. I don't want to make you like feel it's such a dumb course. Okay, so first let me clear out the board. Okay, so now uh, like I'll repeat once again what is you need to do. You need to detect at first if there is any attack which is ongoing. Second thing is you need to prevent the data stealers, right? If there is something which is stealing the data, you need to take care of all those things. Okay, and then you need to analyze the if there is any phishing and attack is going on, or you need to look for the patterns, what exactly it's going around. Then you need to take be a part of incident. If there is any incident your senior is working, then you need to be a part as well so that you can understand and you can work on the same thing if they are coming in your network once again. Then you need to team up with your teammates, right, for the better understanding for sure, and see how exactly the company is working inside, because you're working as a blue teamer, right? Technically you're working as a blue teamer. So the blue teamers are basically those who are working inside the company. So there might be someone who is stealing data from inside the company. Okay, there might be a computer which is connected via AD. Okay, and you might be seeing some malicious thing which is ongoing. So this is what you need to look for the as well, right? This is not usually company is going to tell you in a board meeting like this is what you need to do. It's default thing you work you need to do. Like managers can directly tell you ki just come to my office. They will tell you you need to look for the insider threats as well, because sometimes they are just going to play a very big dramatic things in your company. So that's exactly what you do. So usually the shift is of 8 hours, right? As I told you, what exactly the day in a SOC analyst L1 means. So usually you need to work around 8 hours. This is the default timing that we have, right? And yes. And you need to maintain the tickets, like if any junior someone is reporting, you need to maintain the ticket. Okay, and you need to resolve the alerts. If there is any alerts, you need to resolve the alerts as well. Now let me show you its demographics. I'll show you exactly how exactly it's look like in real time scenarios, right? So guys, first thing you need to work around is with the SIM. I'll show you with a, let's say with a whiteboard, right? Let's say this is your SIM tool. Okay. There will be multiple things you need to look for. Okay, the first thing is the SIEM. Okay, so there is a lot of companies, let's say Wazoo, which is open source. You can install in a system as well. Uh, you can look for the Wazoo documentation. Yeah, here you go. So here you can install in local system as well. You can configure few devices and you will get to know exactly what are things which is right. So this is how you can look for. Uh, there might be some Wazoo demo dashboard, right? SIEM. So there might be you might see right on the internet exactly how it look like, or okay, there is no site. Probably I'll show you in upcoming classes. So this is exactly first thing you need to take care of is SIM, right? And there might be Wazoo, there might be QRadar, okay, there might be Splunk. So these are the popular company that we have in the market. SIM basically what does it does? It's a dashboard, like it's a portal on your computer, SOC Center. There will be dashboard. You will see a regular updates on logs. What exactly on ground? Let's say on November 10th, there is an update which is severity of critical, okay, and it shows successfully SSH login, right, with a malicious IP, let's say 221.81.26.42. Okay, so this is exactly, you can see this is malicious, this is not with your environment, so you need to you need to mark this, like you need to copy paste this IP somewhere else, right? There might be something else like unauthorized login attempt. Okay, before that, like here is successful attempt and is unauthorized login attempt. Okay, so which is failed. Okay, so this is also critical. Okay, but in case sometimes pass like admin password, some default credentials, so sometime pass. There might be user, let's say Jack Daniel, they just logged in, so it's something which is like not critical. This is low. If multiple failed something, so you need to look for exactly what are the logs which is going around in SIMs, right? So this is how you can see. Okay, and there will be a dashboard, like there will be multiple like let's say pie chart which is showing like these are the architecture which is going around. There is a list of countries, like India is having 7 logins, Africa is having 3 logins, USA is having 28 logins. So this is exactly what you see on the SIM dashboard. Mostly the alerts, right? uh, Logs, right, which is ongoing. Now the next phase is like you got an IP address which is malicious. Now what you need to do, you need to just report this IP to the seniors, right? You need to look for what exactly the IP is all about. Okay, so you need to look it for the IP info, like there is a website, let's say IP info, right? You can check for what exactly the IP is all about, or you can do who is, right? So here from here you can check out information of IP address. Okay, companies sometimes provide, but sometimes you need to dig out from the internet. Exactly, you need to look for what IP is all about. So there might be a Chinese server, someone who is trying to log in from China. You will see there. Then you need to take the IP and then you need to escalate, right? Like this should be blocked. Okay, you need to escalate to the team. So you might report to SOC team leader, right? So you'll report to the SOC team leader and they will just take your request in a form of ticket. Ticket is basically, there might be a form where you will tell this is what I found, this is the IP address, this is a description, and submit. It will send to your secure SOC team leader. and then he will take the IP address, keep into the firewall, and they will going to block the IP address, right? So yes, TL just got your request, and they just enter into the firewall, and the IP got deleted, right? So this is exactly how it works, the entire process, how exactly the things is moving forward, and yeah, that's all what we have, right? So this is the basic, let's say, intro about what exactly SOC L1 do, the basic thing that we cover. But in future sessions, we are going to come up with practicals, right? So that you will be having better understanding. So I hope you understand a lot of things. If you have a query, you might got some medium to contact with us. And that's what we have. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let's see you in the next video. Have a great day. Jai Hind.